Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We're using the great new Divi 5 theme here. We've had a few questions lately about e-commerce, so we're going to show you how to create a really easy category page using the inbuilt looper system and a bit of flex. Really easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start a new page. And we'll give it a name. Obviously put in there what you need to. And of course, we're going to use the Divi builder. Now, before we get started, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm sure 99% of you do realize this is what we've got going on. If I go down to our dashboard, I've got WooCommerce installed. I've got a bunch of products. Each product has a featured image, a title, and a category or categories. If I actually click on one of these, we've also got a little excerpt of text there. Obviously, that's lorem ipsum text there. Just wanted to show you that for anybody that didn't know what was going on as I'm doing this. Okay, so here's our new page. I'm going to go ahead and build from scratch. By default, Divi puts in a section. Hit the little green button to put in a row. I'm going to use a single column in my row. Now you can use a little group module if you want to get complicated and put all kinds of different things in there. But I'm going to use a simple blurb module. One of my favorites, really easy to use. There it is. Doesn't look very interesting at the moment. Let's go ahead and loop this thing. So in the blurb, under the content, we roll down a little bit, you'll find the new loop drop down they've added in Divi 5 here. Hit the little chevron. I'm going to hit loop element. All it's done is thrown in a couple there. Reason it's only thrown in a couple, it's got posts selected here. I've not got any posts on this site. I've just got the default WordPress going on there. So we can get rid of that. Let's X out of that. We want products. So once you get rid of posts, just left click on here. Don't see it. Roll down a little bit. It's right on the bottom there. There's products. And like I mentioned earlier, you need to have some products created before this will happen. Just below that, we can decide what categories we want to throw in. Or you can just include specific products if you want to here. Everywhere it says posts now, that's now products because we've got products selected up here instead of posts. I'm going to use categories. Let's throw in on sale. And you can add as many or as few as you want. So I'm going to left click again. Let's add perhaps dresses and maybe belts. Obviously, whatever you want. Now if I roll down, you'll see there's a whole load of them there. If we roll down a little bit here, you can select to have them ordered by publish date, descending or ascending. The amount you actually want to show, if you've got more than 10, you're going to want to up that number. I'm not sure how many I've got there. But let's just up it to what we want. You can offset if you need to, if you've got a featured product perhaps that you want to display elsewhere. Great, well now we've got that. This looks pretty crazy. Let's go into the column that it's sitting in. We can either hit the back arrow where it says blurb there, it'll take us to the column, or just navigate. It's got the page structure up here. Here's our column. If we go over to our design now and to layout, we'll find that it's set to be flexed. And at the moment, it's going from top to bottom. You can have it bottom to top if you want, but I want it going the other way. I want it going from left to right. So I'm going to click on this one, and we've got a right mess up here. As you can see, we've got a bar saying it's falling off the side of the page. Not a problem. All we need to do now is go into our content next door. We're still in our column. Elements. We'll find apply structured template. We're on desktop here, and perhaps I want 3. So let's select 3 up here. Fantastic. And what about tablet? 3 may work for you. It's entirely up to you. Just for fun, let's change it to 2. And on mobile, again, 2 may work for you. You can change it to whatever you want. I'm going to change mine to 1. So we've got that on mobile. We've got that on tablet. And we got 3 on the desktop. But obviously, it's not displaying what we want. I want my products in here. I'm going to have a title and I'm going to have a price. That's all I really want with mine. So you can click on any of these blurb modules. It doesn't matter which one. As you can see, it's taking us to the blurb. In the content, if we go to our text now, the title, well, I want the title of the actual product itself. So if we go over to the little hamburger or little disk type icon right here, you insert dynamic content, left click, loop product title. As you can see, it's changed it to the title of the product. I'm going to hit apply. Now down in the content, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Go over to the little dynamic content icon, left click. Now, if you wanted to, like I said before, you could use a group module and have a button at the bottom or something like that. And you could have your product description or short description in there. All I want in there is the actual product price, not the sale price, regular price. And as you can see, it's popped it in there for us. Fantastic. Now, of course, we're going to want the image too. So let's apply that. Just down below, under content, still in the blurb, we'll find image and icon. Again, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Go over the little dynamic content icon, loop product featured image. And it's popped our little image in there for us. This is all very well, but of course, when they click on it, we want it to take them to the individual product page. So let's apply what we've got here. Still in the content, if we close up image and icon, we can roll down to link just below. Not the title, or you can do the title if you want to. I'm going to do the whole module, the module link right here. Again, hit the dynamic content icon. Loop product link. Fantastic. And you can choose to open it in the current tab or a new tab if you want to. I'm happy with the current tab for mine. Now, of course, let's apply this. Of course, once you've done this, you can style the price and the title any way you want. We'll do that in a minute. And I notice I've got a couple of images here. They've got a white background. I kind of like them all to stand out a little bit more. So what we can do is go over to our design, go down to image and icon here. We've got image or icon filters. I take the brightness down just a little bit with this one. You'll see that that'll give it a little bit of a grey background without taking too much away from the image, and they'll stand out a little bit more. Just like that. I've only taken 4% down, so it's still a nice bright image. Just a little option for you if your images aren't standing out enough for you. And of course, you can add box shadow and things like that if you want to. I'm sure you know, for the title and the price there, if we close up our image right here, we've got our title text. And of course, you can choose any font you want. Just roll over. It'll give you an example of that particular font. I'm happy for it to be on the default. It's an H4, that's fine for me too. Change it to whatever color you want yours to be. Let's maybe have it uppercase. Now remember, our price down here is the body text. So let's perhaps make that bold. And a little bit bigger. And there we have it. We've created a category page really quickly with the little loop assistant there. Let's save our changes, have a look, see what it looks like on the front end. And I'll preview it on the front. There we have it. We've got our products, we've got our image, we've got the title, we've got the price there. Rolling down. Really easy to do, as you can see. And of course, we change the column structure on tablet and mobile. If I hit my F12 key, I'm using Google Chrome here. Let's bring up responsive devices. Here we have it on an iPad. We've got 2 columns. On an iPhone, we should have single columns. And of course, you can decorate the background. You can do anything you want. And you can use pretty much any module you want for this. You could use a call to action, have a hover effect where the image comes in or the price comes in. Let's get rid of our inspector. So there you have it, guys. There's how to create a really easy category page using the loop system and some dynamic content there. Now, of course, better test one of these. Make sure it's going to go to the actual product page itself. Anywhere you click on one of these items, this should take us to office pants. Perfect. Let's go back. Yeah, evening shoes. Brilliant. And of course, once in the product, they can add it to the cart, select the amount, choose the size, whatever variables you put in yours. I'm really enjoying designing with Divi 5. I really am impressed with it and having a lot of fun building these sites with it. So I hope that's answered a couple of those questions. We'll be doing more with WooCommerce as we go along. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.